Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Malaknas, and you're welcome to this beautiful family. If you are a returning subscriber, hello, hi, hola, bonjour, and ciao. If you are a new subscriber, you're always welcome to this beautiful family. On this channel, we talk about business, beauty, lifestyle, relationship, and finances. So if you think it's something you would be interested in, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell button down below so you'll be the first one to watch my next video. In today's video, I'll be sharing a personal story of giving birth at 27 weeks due to pre-eclampsia. I hope that by sharing my experience, I can be helping others who may be going through a similar situation.
Your heart, keep it in your pocket for safekeeping. Don't ever let nobody be the reason you throw it out. You stop caring about it. Don't let your hair get.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So if you're watching this video until now, it means you're interested in the topic of today. I had my baby at 27 weeks due to pre-eclampsia, and that was the first time I ever heard about pre-eclampsia. Pre-eclampsia is a serious health complication that affects many pregnant women, and it can be a scary experience because I told you my experience was not the best. So I want to share my journey to let other moms know that they are not alone and there is hope. So when I found out that I was pregnant, it was one of the best thing that ever happened to my life and one of the most beautiful moments of my life. I was so happy. Everyone around me was happy. My husband, family members, friends were so excited, and we were looking forward to have this beautiful, adorable baby. My pregnancy was going on well. During my first and second trimester, I did not have any issue. I ate well, and I think I tried as much as possible to eat healthy. So my pregnancy was going on well. The only issue I had during my first trimester during my pregnancy was just sleeping, because I could sleep in the market. Like, I could sit here talking to you and sleeping. I slept at work, I slept all the time, and everyone around me knew that, and sometimes they just laugh and and let it go. So everything about my pregnancy was going on well, and I was super excited. When you're a first mom and when you're expecting your first child, there's always this kind of excitement and this kind of butterflies bubbling in your stomach. So I had a gender reveal, which was organized by my beautiful friends. Shout out to you, all the wise ladies, Vivian, Mama, Bebe, Rock. They actually pulled something magical. So my gender reveal was magical. I really loved it. My friends organized this gender reveal for me, and my sister-in-law, who was the first one to know that I was pregnant and we decided to keep it for some time, she also wanted to throw me a luxurious and magical baby shower, which I was looking forward to. So we were looking forward to that. So after my gender reveal, I fell sick. I think that was a week after my gender reveal. I was super sick. I had headache, fever, nausea, vomiting, and everything was happening to me. Sick for about 3 to 4 days, and I called the hospital. I called my OB, and they were like, oh, okay, we're gonna give you some medication, but if you still feel the same way, you can just run to the ER and we'll take it from there. But fortunately for me, after taking those medications, few days later, I felt better, and I was looking forward to my baby shower. So my photo shoot was supposed to be like a week, and my baby shower in about 5 weeks, which was in the month of March. Fast forward, my pregnancy was going on well until I got to the 27th week. Then I went to the hospital for my regular routine checkup, my OB visit, and I was supposed to do like a glucose check, which was to make sure that you don't have gestational diabetes. And let me tell you something, gestational diabetes is another serious pregnancy complication, so you have to take note of that. So on that day, I was going to the hospital to do this glucose test to make sure that I did not have gestational diabetes. So when I went to the hospital for my OB visit, The first thing they always do when you go to the hospital is to, take all your vitals. So they checked my vitals. My blood pressure was high. My blood pressure was like 172 over 101. The nurse tech was really sweet and nice, took my blood pressure countless times, and my blood pressure was just high. So she said, oh, I don't know, are you nervous or stuff like that? And I was like, no, I'm not nervous, but I worked last night. So she thought, oh, maybe it's because I worked last night and I've not had enough rest. She wanted me to get some rest, sit down, relax, and I'm going to check your blood pressure later. So she came and ran the test on me for the gestational diabetes. I drank the saline and everything. My results came back negative. But now there was a big problem, which was the blood pressure. She came back and took my blood pressure, and guess what? Blood pressure was still high. So she went and got my nurse, and when my nurse came in, she decided to, run some, do some assessment, and also she did an ultrasound. No, and she said, as per my pregnancy, my baby was not growing well, so she's very concerned if I have a pregnancy complication or is just the size of the baby, because she was like, some babies are generally small babies, and my belly was not really that big. I really had like small belly. So she brought my doctor, and my doctor came in and said, oh, we're gonna just keep you here. We're going to take you to the ER and run some tests on you. We just want to make sure that you do not have what we are thinking about, which is the pre-eclampsia. You have some of the symptoms of pre-eclampsia, and one of them is high blood pressure. So we're going to run the other test on you to confirm. So they took me to the emergency unit, and when I got there, there was a hospital gown waiting for me. When I saw the hospital gown, I looked at my husband and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen after this. So I changed. I gave them a urine sample, and they did some blood work on me, did some assessment, and these beautiful nurses who were so nice to me, they brought back my results. And when they came with my result, they came in with the doctors. Like, I had 4 nurses and 4 doctors. And mind you, OU is a teaching hospital, so they will always have doctors who come to you. You always have doctors coming to your room with student doctors and student nurses. So that's what happened. So I had these doctors. My room was full with so many doctors and so many nurses. And my doctor was like, okay, I'm so sorry. Your results came back positive for pre-eclampsia. There is protein in your urine. Your blood pressure is high. You have swollen legs. And they started assessing me if I have vision blur and other stuff like that. And I said, no, I don't have anything. And she was like, oh, that's good. So we're going to take you to a ward where we're going to monitor you. I was taken to that ward, and I had all these monitors on me. And mind you, that night I had not eaten, so I was placed on an IV, which they give pregnant women before they do a CS before delivery. So because women with pre-eclampsia are at high risk of having a seizure, they always start an intravenous magnesium during labor, and usually for 24 hours after delivery, to prevent you from having a seizure. So they started this intravenous magnesium on me, and I was placed under, and they started giving me fluids, and I was also NPO. I could not eat anything because they were trying to get me ready for my CS. If in case my situation got worsened, they would just take me to the theater and take out the baby. So that night I was NPO, and I was super hungry because I have not eaten all day. I remember my friend came. The first person who came was a Rock. Auntie Rock, shout out to you. She is someone who will always be there. Like, if you say, hey, I'm in this situation, she's the first to be there. So when I called them, she came in and she brought food to my husband that evening. I was just crying because I could not eat, and with the whole situation, and I was thinking of my baby shower that I'm gonna miss. That's so funny. That's a story for another day. So she brought food. My husband was eating, and I was just there. I was really, really hungry. I stayed up all night. I was arguing with the nurses, please, can I eat something? I'm hungry. I could not eat and drink. And the next morning, the nurse came and said, oh, your blood pressure is down. We managed to control your blood pressure. We're just going to keep you on the blood pressure meds. And I'm so sorry. You're not going home. You'll stay here until you have the baby. And we are trying to see if we can extend your time, to give you some more time so the baby can grow, you know. So if we manage to bring down the blood pressure, we'll be able to save the baby's life. And that was a major concern for me because I didn't want to have the baby early. I was still hoping and trusting God. So the next morning, my friend came in. Vivian brought me food. She brought me pancakes and tea, and I was eating like I ate like a horse. I ate like someone who has not eaten for like 30 days, who just came out from a fast. I ate, and the moment I finished eating, I just fell asleep. And before I woke up, Vivian had already left, you know, and I stayed there, and the doctors came now and said, oh, you are doing good, the baby's doing okay, so we're going to transfer you to a different ward. They sent me to the other ward, and they told me I was going to stay there until I have the baby. Guys, I was going to stay there for maybe 3 to 4 weeks. I don't know how long, but my friend Vivian's sister is also a doctor, and my husband and I called her, and she was the one who was trying to calm down our nerves. She spoke to us. She tried to educate us about pre-eclampsia, and she was like, oh, if they could manage to keep me until I get to 34 weeks, that would be awesome. She's praying for us and stuff like that. Shout out to you, Dr. Rita. Thank you so much for everything. So that actually helped me. After talking to her, it actually helped me. To calm me down and for me to feel like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was. So I was taken to the different ward where I could, you know, move around and do stuffs, but they came in regularly to check my blood pressure. And that same day, this nurse that came to check my blood pressure at around 4 p.m. and my blood pressure was up again. She called the doctor, and they had to transfer me back to the emergency ward. And when they took me back to the emergency ward, they had all the monitors on me again. They had to place me on NPO. They had to start the IV on me, and that was when I felt like my world was gonna crash. But they kept assuring me that the baby's gonna be okay. They're gonna take care of the baby, which I trusted them. And later that day, at night, at around 11 p.m., the doctor came to my room, and she said, oh, we still managed to bring down your blood pressure, but I'm afraid we're just gonna put you on NPO if in case we need to perform a surgery. So if in case we need to take out this baby, you're gonna be safe. So we'll start back the intravenous magnesium on you, which they did. And I was doing okay. I had all this monitor. The baby was doing okay. And she said, oh, your baby is doing okay. And I was so happy. I called my friend's sister, Dr. Rita, and told her, oh, they said the baby is okay. They're still gonna just monitor me. And she said, that's good. And guess what happened? At 3 a.m., I only opened my eyes to see my room filled with everybody, the doctors and the nurses. They woke me up. They were trying to turn me left, right, lift me up just to make sure they could get the baby's heart rate. They said, oh, your baby's heart rate is not, we cannot reach your baby's heart rate, so we're gonna we're gonna take you straight to the theater. While the nurses were running to my room, they called the doctor, like the calls were just going through. The only thing I heard when I was sleeping was, call the code, call the code. That's exactly what woke me up. Call the code, call the code. And they were running to my room. The doctor was already there. Like, everyone was ready. They were ready to take me. Thank God. So my husband quickly called Auntie Rita, and Auntie Rita said, oh, that's okay. If they have to take out the baby, let them take out the baby, because it's gonna save the mother and the baby. So just let them do whatever. She tried to encourage my husband. So when they took me to the theater, the last thing I heard was when they asked one of the doctors asked one of the surgeon asked the nurse to bring me to get him a breathing treatment, because I was congested. So they brought the breathing treatment. That was the last thing I heard, and I don't know what happened next. I woke up the next morning. When I woke up, I wanted to sneeze, and when I was sneezing, when I opened my eyes first, the nurse was like, oh, thank God she's awake, thank God she's awake. And my husband came, they just ran towards me, and my husband was holding me, are you okay? And I wanted to say, yes, I'm okay. And I wanted to sneeze, and I felt a very sharp pain around my abdomen, and that's when I knew that something had happened. I could not sneeze. I was just like, I could not sneeze. And she brought she brought a pillow and gave me to hold it. She said, oh, you should just hold this pillow each time you want to sneeze or cough. It's going to help to reduce the pressure. And it was still painful. So I've never had a natural birth. But it's no fun to have a CS. Honestly, the pain unbearable. So I woke up and my husband was like, oh, the baby is okay. And that was what I wanted to hear. That's what I wanted to hear. He said the baby is doing great. I'm gonna take you upstairs whenever you're ready. And later I took my bath and everything, so I was ready to go upstairs. He took me to the NICU where my baby was, and I saw my baby. I started crying. She was so little and tiny. I had her at 27 weeks and she weighed 1 pound and 2 ounces, which means she was little. She was a very tiny baby. I could not hold her because I was afraid I was going to drop her. I was going to break her arm or something. She was so cute, and I kept asking myself, like, is this what I've been carrying, like a little tiny human being, something like this? And you see a big baby. Thank God. God is really wonderful. So the nurse in the NICU tried to educate me about babies in the NICU and stuff like that, and she assured me that she was going to take care of the baby. Now we're concerned about some little things of your baby being in the NICU, most especially infections due to hygiene and stuff like that, but I assure you they did a great job. I saw my baby, and that's how I got to see my baby. So I was so afraid to carry the baby, and I remember each time you go to the NICU, they'll say, oh, carry the baby, and I kept refusing until one day the doctor called me and tried to talk to me and calm me down and told me that, no, your baby is gonna be fine. You need to carry this baby, to get to create that connection with the baby. So fast forward, I was discharged from the hospital, and I really want to thank all my friends and family who were there for me. I remember on February 14th, because I had this baby on February 13th at 3:15 a.m. I remember on February 14th, my sister-in-law sent me some gifts, and she sent me a Valentine's tray, Valentine's something, and that was really beautiful. I did not actually have pictures while in the NICU and hospital because I was a big mess. So my friends came in from time to time to check on me. I remember Vivian and the other ladies, Vivian, Mama, Baby, all of them, they stay like in the south side, and I live in the north side. The hospital is really far, but they took out turns to come and see me, to bring me food. So I did not actually feel like I was going through anything because I had a very strong support system, which I truly appreciate. Fast forward, I was discharged after a week. I came home, and the day I was leaving the hospital, I really felt bad because I had to leave my baby in the NICU and come alone. As a mom, if you're having a baby, you want to come home with the baby, but that was not the case with me. That was one of the biggest problem I had. My husband kept telling me, no, the baby is gonna be okay. So we went to the hospital every day. We went in the morning and in the evening. So we'll go in the morning, I'll spend 2 hours with the baby, and I'll come back home, rest, relax, do other stuffs, and go there at night. So she stayed in the NICU for 3 months. Imagine you doing that for 3 months. Driving to and from the hospital for 3 months was really, really challenging. And after 3 months, I had the opportunity to bring my baby home. One day I just got a call and they told me, oh, your baby is ready to come back home. And I was so excited to bring baby home. I went there and brought my little one, who was born on the 13th of February 2022. I was super happy to bring Chloe home, and I was so excited to, perform all the mom duties on my little angel. I got to learn a lot. I didn't know anything. My friend Vivian and Aurora came to my house from time to time to show me what to do. Vivian was there like for a while. She came in every day to clean the baby, to show me what to do. She's an expert because she already had 2 kids. So, and Aurora also came to the house to spend time with me. Mama also came. So they actually helped me to go through my first few weeks as a mom or as a new mom. And I am so happy to announce to you that Baby Chloe is now 15 months old and she is a beautiful little girl. She's doing great and I'm grateful for the help she received in the NICU. But I'm so glad that I had the support of my family, my doctors, nurses, friends, everyone around me, my co-workers. Shout out to you, Miss Cindy. Shout out to you, Alicia. Shout out to all my co-workers. I really truly appreciate everything. I'll tell you, it's really good to have a support system, and I had a strong support system, and that helped me to heal very fast, and it helped me to go through this entire pregnancy journey and my journey with pre-eclampsia. So if you're going through pre-eclampsia right now, please know that you are not alone. There are many moms who've been through this, and there is hope. Just know that there is hope. So stay strong and don't be afraid to ask for help. So I got maximum support from friends and family. Shout out to you, Ayanaya. You are so special. I do not get to say this to my friends and family all the time, but I truly appreciate everything you guys did for me. I truly appreciate the love and support you've always showed me, and you're still showing me, and I truly appreciate everything. I truly appreciate all the time we do spend together. Thank you so much. We've come to the end of this video. If you have experienced a similar situation with me, make sure you comment down below. Do not forget to share this video because it's going to help someone out. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe. Please support your girl because that's the only way you can support me. Thank you for watching this video and hope to see you in my next.
I keep bleeding. I don't know why you act like you need innocent. You wanna take a piece of my heart again. I get it up, cause I just don't want you. Something in your eyes, the way you stare at me that I like. I wanna let you go, but it's like something else me.